Pix, very excellent, very clear. Congratulations. Thank you. Be careful. America Delta 2, Charlie, question mark. Yes, QSL, thanks for the nice report. Alpha Delta 2, Charlie Mike. Good morning. You are 5 and 7, 57 in Moscow. My name is Andy, Able Nancy, Denmark, Yankee. Alpha Delta 2, Charlie Mike. Romeo Victor 3, Foxtrot. Yes, thank you very much, George. Thanks for the contact. Good morning from Moscow. AG2CM, RV3, Foxtrot. Bye-bye. QRZ, Radio Victor 3, Foxtrot.
Kilowatt 1, Golf Mike.
Number 2. Victor Echo 2, Italy. Good morning. You 59 in Moscow. My name is Andy. Over. Okay, great signal for you, 100 watts, Brian. We have a kilowatt, and the antenna is a 7-element monoband TIG. Thanks for contact. Good morning from Moscow, 73. Okay, have a great day to you. Radio Victor 3, Foxtrot, QRZ.
Kilowatt 1, Golf Mike.
Victor Echo 1, Germany, Mike, is it okay?
Kilo 1, Golf Mike, over.
Okay, I'm sorry. Kilowatt 1, Germany, Mike. Good morning. You are 59 in Moscow. My name is Andy, Able Nancy, Denmark, Yankee, over.
Yeah, QSL, Andy, you are 5'9" as well, 59 into state of Vermont, Northeast U.S., and the handle is Steve, Sierra Tango Echo, Victor Echo, over.
QSL, Steve, thank you very much for the report. Thanks for short contact. 73 from Moscow. Good morning. K1 Germany, Mike. Radio Victor 3, Foxtrot. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Andre. K1 GMM.
Thank you, Steve. Radio Victor 3, Foxtrot. QRZ. Kilo Golf 2, Mike.
Hey, there's Mikey.
Delta Lima 1, Delta Romeo. What's the last letter?
Mikey.
Und fertig gekauft. Ich muss dann nur noch in die Kühlkämmer die Löcher reinbohren, die Gewinde schneiden und so weiter.
Mikey,
das muss ich alles noch machen. Und aus den
400 watt, 390, something like that. Call it 400 watt. And again, a 3-element Yagi. We're using the old push draft A3S. And the antenna's at 60 feet.
Good morning, USY. Good morning, Sudman.
Many thanks for
What's
the
up
call.
there,
I wish you a
Todorific?
very good morning, and I'm sure we'll meet again. But until the next time, take care and enjoy the radio. Kilo Zero Echo Alpha, Golf for Yankee, Roger Baker. Good morning, Tony. Thank you.
Unfortunately, I have no amplifier anymore. I'm going to do something like that. But you take care over there, and we'll let you work some more cases there. Great conditions. You have a great day, John. My pleasure. Cool. RYC in the county of Yorkshire, A0DA73.
Yes, okay. So you need to just modify my call for this. Golf for Yankee Radio Bravo. Golf for Yankee Radio Bravo. QSL?
I'm going to take a spin through 15 here and then call CQ. few guys that
Yeah, no
haven't
problem.
worked before. So
No problem at all, Terry. I
Very
go
cool.
all dyslexic sometimes, get the the letters mixed up sometimes, and sometimes I can't even read my own writing, Terry. So all forgiven, Terry. Have a good morning, Terry, and enjoy the radio. Go for Yankee. Roger Baker's listening. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Kilowatt 1 Golf Mike.
Kilowatt 1 Mike, I think it was. Go ahead.
Yeah, G4R YRB Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Give you a report on the next go. Wasn't paying attention. Name is Steve over here in Vermont. Good sig, over.
It's okay, Steve, from Vermont. I didn't look at the radio, so I can't give you a report, but to Q5, not a problem at all. Vermont. It's a long time since I was anywhere near Vermont. Back in the 60s, I think, late 60s. What was that radio station we used to listen to? Yeah, that was Hartford. I can't remember. Used to listen to one in Hartford, WRDC, I think it was, WRDC, something like that, Hartford. But there was a station in Vermont, a radio station, FM station back in the 60s, used to listen to all the time. Anyway, long time ago. Wonder what the weather's like in Vermont, Steve. If you've been reading the mail, you probably know, but 0 degrees here. It snowed this morning a little bit, snow shower for about an hour before breakfast, and it's got now clear blue sky and a northerly wind. So we get in the temperatures from Greenland apparently, so that can only be bad, can't it? Kilo 1 Golf Mike, go for Yankee Roger Baker.
Yeah, very good, John. Yeah, we're a little cooler here, unusually warm, to be honest with you. This is kind of a freak show we got going this winter. I'm kind of, we're waiting for the shoe to drop, and it's, it should be very cold right now, but we've got a lot of winter left. And that radio station, I was thinking right when you said that, I thought, I bet that's Hartford. There is a big gun in Hartford that is still on the air, AM. I was curious if that was on AM you used to listen to, John. Go ahead.
Oh, well, my memory's faded. It could have been FM, it could have been AM. I'm not sure now. You've thrown me. It possibly could have been AM back then. And I think it was them that did a thing called instant replay. And you'd phone in and say, I want to listen to, I don't know, any record, Beatles Help or something. And if they couldn't play it within 30 seconds, you got some cash or something. But they never failed. Their library back then must have been tremendous. I think it was that particular station. I could be wrong. But like I say, it's a while ago now. And an average of 5 and 9, and you actually peaked plus 20 at one stage. But I do have the double preamp in on the radio, so it makes a bit of difference. It depends whether you want it with or without preamps. But with the preamps, it peaked at plus 20 dBs. Steve, go ahead.
Yeah, right when you said that, John, I thought to myself, he's got the preamps in. And then you said that. No, you're 5'9", no problem in the clear on this end. So yeah, that's okay. That's okay with the AM deal. Yeah, no snow here, dude, in the mountains. Just the very peaks, I would say above 2,500 feet, pushing 3,000 foot elevation. They're just a little bit of snow, and a lot of the ski areas have actually closed, I guess, because they're not doing well. No snow, and we've had a lot of rain, and just unusually warm weather. Really weird. So anyways, I don't want to hold you. Are you going to stick it out here, John, for a while? Because I'll get you on the cluster and attract some more attention. Nice signal coming out of the UK there. And yeah, I mentioned I'm in Vermont. I am deep in the mountains here, kind of southwestern Vermont, third of the way up the state on the west side there, if it matters. G4YRB, let me know, K1GMM.
Yes, okay, Steve. K1GMM, G4YB. Yeah, it's a nice part of the world, Vermont. Very green, isn't it? And a lovely part of the world. I like the countryside. I'm a country boy, really. I was born out in the sticks, near a place called Thirsk, which is in North Yorkshire. Some people know the name Thirsk. It's where the the TV program All Creatures Great and Small is based around some vet there back in the day. So yeah, I like the countryside, prefer countryside. We do a bit of roaming around in the RV, and I much prefer the mountains to the towns and cities, you know, but you can't have it everywhere. We don't have too many neighbours around here. We're on about 700 feet ASL, so, you know, not too high. It's about the snow line when it, you know, for this country. If it's going to snow, it's going to snow above 700 feet, and quite often below nothing at all. In fact, I've been out today and down the road, just only a couple of miles down the road, no snow at all, or very, very little, I should say. And here we had about an inch, I suppose, but it's not going to cause a problem. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm going to be around for the next hour. Well, yeah, about the next hour or so before it goes dark and quiet at this side. Many, many thanks for the call, Steve. Do appreciate it. Stay healthy. Enjoy the radio in Vermont, and I'm sure we'll catch you in the future. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Golf for Yankee Roger Baker. Many thanks, Steve. Have a good day there. Bye-bye.
Okay, John. Yeah, nice to catch. I'm kind of surfing around here looking for people I haven't met before, so I appreciate you picking up the call, and we'll catch up with you later. 7-3. G4YRB and this is K1 GMM. Scooting up the band. We'll catch you later.
Okay. Thank you very much. Golf for Yankee Roger Baker's listening.
N1BLW.
59.
Thank you for the 5 and 9. You're also 5 and 9. Good afternoon.
Thank you. Good luck.
Whiskey Juliet 2, Denmark.
KA5 Papa November X-Day 59.
And it's short.
Thanks.
Whiskey Japan 2, Delta.
Echo for 5 Radio Charlie 59. Thanks. Who is Whiskey 5? Italy Uniform 8 Papa Lima Golf 59.
59. Thank you.
Thanks. Oscar Mike 22 WRTC.
Kilowatt 1 Golf Mike.
2 Delta 59.
Thank you, 59.
Thanks.
Kilo 1 Golf Mike.
Papa Romeo Kilo. Papa Radio Kilowatt.
Delta Lima number 1 November Kilowatt.
Deal 1 Nancy Kilo 59.
59 also, thank you, bye.
Thanks, Oscar Mike
BK
22
Don, what's going on there, Cap?
Nancy Tango to Alpha 59. Thanks.
Kilo 1 Golf Mike.
And 1 Papa Whiskey 59. Thank you.
Kilo 1 Golf Mike.
Kilo 1 Golf Mike 59.
QSL 59 Vermont, thank you.
Thank you.
Sierra Quebec 5 X-ray.
SP9 CBM 59. Sierra Papa 9
Papa Queen, India Zulu 4, November Papa Echo, Frank name, Franco. Exactly, I have a long name, Gian Franco. Golf India Alpha November, separation, Fox Radio Alpha November Charlie Ocean. Gian Franco. My French radio is good, no problem. All right. 5-6 for you, good audio. Back to you. Over.
Japan, Oscar. Kate, good afternoon. Okay, Roger, my friend. You report from Italy 5-6. Okay, 5-6, 5-7 from Italy, Kate. Very good.
Well, that is a whole
QRM is a frequency, okay, Kate.
barrel of carnage right there. That audio, holy mother.
Oscar, are you 6 QLJ? Okay, thank you very much, my friend Kate. I'm 73, good luck, good EX, my friend. And log your confirm QRZ.com, okay, Kate? Thank you very much, Kate, thank you.
Hello.
Hello, CQDX, CQ15, CQ15 meters. Italy, United 6, Queen, Lima, Japan. Italy, United
I think I've worked him.
Lima,
No,
Japan.
I have not. Kilo 1, Gulf, Mike. That's cool. Estonia.
Hello, CQDX.
Thank you, Tomas.
CQ15, CQ15, CQ15. CQ15 meters. Italy, United 6, Queen, Lima, Japan. Italy,
He's very
United
weak.
6,
I don't know if they'll hear
Queen,
me.
Lima, Japan. Over.
Kilo 1, Gulf, Mike.
Sierra Queen, 7, Whiskey, Oscar, Julia.
No.
Who's the Victor Papa Lima? Victor Papa Lima?
They got multiple stations on the same frequency, it sounds like.
Foxtrot 4, Victor Papa Lima, also 5. Thank you. You're a Delta Lima 2, a Delta Lima 2. Thank you.
I recognize this guy's voice.
Харитон 08, Сергей Люба Тамара, добрый день, добрый вечер.
Just keep in mind there, Don, VK1, that everything you see here is held together with zip ties and duct tape. And that's no joke, dude. It is the zip tie duct tape station, baby. Looks can be deceiving.
Да, Кирсел Тибор, спасибо за хороший рапорт из Венгрии, отлично вас слышно. Антенна у меня на Северную Америку, немного не на вас, но тем не менее вас хорошо слышу. Я нахожусь недалеко от Москвы. Спасибо, Тибор, всего доброго, до свидания, будьте здоровы и всем благ
Shoot, I gotta
вашим
change
близким.
out
До
the
свидания.
cluster on the sun. Forgot about that. Tell you that SDR radio cluster.
Да, спасибо, Тибор, спасибо. По-русски отлично разговариваете. Congratulations, как говорится. Спасибо. Всего доброго, до встречи еще раз, 73. Q is at the radio office, radio, Romeo, Charlie Lima, CQ,
Yeah,
over.
I've already worked him on this. I think I just worked him a few minutes ago.
Again?
I did. Okay, we're getting up towards the end.
So this going to stack. There's a lot of possibilities to something gets wrong, and but now it's working again. HI. I do have also stacks on 20 and 10 meters, and
They are high quality zip ties.
two rotating.
I've learned my
towers.
lesson with that.
Those are about
Yeah, Bill,
170
please.
foot,
I love my Gorilla Super Glue,
rotating
man.
towers, so always need to do some maintenance.
Tell you, it's
in the
amazing.
winter,
Anything
the
freaking
weather
works in here.
conditions are not too favorable
Amazing
for
miracle.
climbing to the tower. Okay, thanks for the QSL cruise in Indiana. I hope to meet you soon again, and I wish you a good morning there. Kilo Bravo Niner, Yankee Hotel Echo, Oscar Hotel 6, Mike Charlie.
I don't think I've worked him before. I have not. Cool, nice working people I haven't worked before. Like that. Super fun. He's a super freak. Super freak.
Yeah,
Freaky,
7-3, cruise,
yeah.
thanks again. Have a good morning. There's the Mike Zulu Tango, go ahead. Yeah, QSL, Victor Uniform 2, Mike Zulu Tango.
Wow, good
You're
signal.
coming on the back of my antenna,
10 over.
but quite okay. I think that was about 5 and 7. 5 and 7, and my name is Mark, Mike Alpha Romeo Kilo, MARK.
I guess the zip ties aren't affecting the receive today because that's a good signal on this antenna. Who knows? Maybe the duct tape and the zippies are helping it. Might be. Holding it together.
Jupiter in India, VU2 Mike Zulu Tango, Oscar Hotel 6 Mike Charlie, over.
Oh, good on the duo, by the way, Chuck. Saw that in there. Or was it a duo?
Yeah,
ELAD.
I see your QRZ.
I got a friend that bought an ELAD.
I think it's the
this is the
beam there in the picture.
SDR2DX.
Yeah, it's
but I'm running the
it wasn't
RXDAP
exactly
on it.
5.7, but about 5.5 to 5.6. A little bit of QSP between
That's why it's so
5.5 to
quiet.
5.6. But
Native
anyway,
lead is
copy.
not this quiet.
Good copy. We have here 2 degrees plus. 2 degrees plus, and we have
John,
about
N8LLC.
in average about 5 centimeters snow.
Really like that
Someplace
radio. It's a good rig. He had one.
No left,
ELAD
but in the
duo.
forest there is some. So in
So the
average,
software was
maybe
good
5
too.
centimeter. We have at 4 or 5 days now quite warm temperature. That's melting the snow. So VU2 Mike Zulu Tango Oscar Hotel 6 Mike Charlie.
Yeah, point him to the website, Chuck, if you want to. Your call. But there's some good information on the Sun on the website regarding getting the front end under control because the software leaves a bit to be desired. I think V3 is better, a little quieter, and I think they got a lot of the bugs sorted out on V3. So from what I heard, it's a little better. I'm still running on V2 because I like the 4K. I don't think the V3 will go to 4K on the display, which is a real bummer for me because I love the 4K.
Mike Charlie. Yeah, QSL. 35.
They always ruin a good thing. Everybody does.
We do not often get such a high temperature here in Finland. Sometimes goes to up 32, 33, but that's about the maximum in a summertime, and not always even that high. Quite normal in the summertime would be about 20 to 24 in the summertime. Okay, thanks for the QSO, Kish, and I wish you a good evening. Victor Uniform 2 Mike Zulu Tango Oscar Hotel 6 Mike Charlie.
Kilowatt 1 Golf Mike.
7-3 is Kish, and I think there was a Kilo 1 Golf Mike, is that right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was distracted and I pulled the trigger a little too quick there. My apologies to you and the other station. It's Kilo 1 Golf Mike. You got it right, and you got a great signal coming in, 5.9, peaking 10 over at times. The name is Steve, Sierra Tango Echo Victor Echo. QTH is Vermont, over.
Yeah, no problem, Steve. Strong signal here. Also about 10 over also here, and nice audio. Steve, and you probably heard my name, but shortly it's Mike Alpha Romeo Kilo, and QTH Seinäjoki, Sierra Echo India, November Alpha, Juliet Oscar Kilo India, Seinäjoki in the western part of Finland. And quite warm day, 2 degrees on the plus side, and in average about 2 inches snow. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Oscar Hotel 6 Mike Charlie.
Okay, Mark. Yeah, very good. I was going to ask you what you have for snow. We don't have anything except the extreme tops of the mountains, maybe the top 800 feet, probably about 2,500 feet and up to 3,000-4,000. They have a little snow on the mountains, but that's it. Pretty bad. Very unusual for this time of year up here in the northeastern part, up in the mountains here in Vermont. But I think we'll pay for it. I'll tell you what, it's a nice treat, Mark, to work you. I don't work a lot of Finland. Seems like Norway, Sweden, I get a lot of that, but I'm sure you have great success when you get on the radio, because Finland, for some reason, I don't hear a lot of stations. They are in there, but very cool. I don't want to hold you up because you got such a great signal. You're just piling in here like a Mack truck. So let me get out of the way. I'll get you on the cluster and wish you a good day, 7-3, and I much appreciate you picking up the call there, Mark. OH6 MMC, Kilo 1 Golf, Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, Kilo 1 Golf, Mike, Oscar Hotel 6, Mike, Charlie. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. And you got a very like a hi-fi audio. I can see on the QRZ you have a lot of equipment to make such audio HI. So I suppose you have a good scope there. So what do you think? There's at least 7 or 9 presets for my DX audio, but this is probably a little bit high. I don't know, but you may comment how this is sounding. I tend to like a little bit more DX audio, but
I hate that
you
question.
have very imbalanced your audio there. Kilo
Not
1
yet,
Golf,
Don.
Mike, Oscar Hotel 6, Mike, Charlie.
Okay, Mark. Probably that is a loaded question, and I actually put up a YouTube video on what do you say? How do you respond if someone asks you the dreaded question? How do I sound? It's so what I do, and I'll keep this brief because it's not really relevant, but it'll show you how I think. This is such a subjective area. Yes, I do run some outboard gear. It's not expensive. It's very reasonable. To me, less is more when it comes to outboard gear. I try to see how much I can squeak out of it. And it's a challenge for me to see how hard I can push these transceivers. I am on the Sun SDR2DX this morning, running 3.6, I think 3.6 wide. Do I need to? No. But for some people, they really like it. So, whatever. If I have to reel it in, I'll reel it in. If there's some stations, I don't want to get in their passband. So I do try to be respectful there. So I am pushing a live stream. So let me see where we are in the stream, and you can go back and check it out. And the link is on my QRZ page. 27 minutes. So probably right around the 25-minute mark. Once the stream goes, it renders to YouTube. You can go to about the 25-minute mark and you'll find yourself there. All right. It's great DX audio, like pilot busting type stuff. It's not very warm, as you'll notice. Not that it needs to be. I always ask, well, what do you want to sound like? I don't like that question. How do I sound? It's a loaded question. So, it depends on what you want it to do, but that will give you an idea of what you sound like on this end. And I am listening at 3.6 wide from 20 hertz to 3.6 hertz, kilohertz, 3600 hertz. So I am grabbing full spectrum audio bandwidth. I am running a RXDAP system, which strips a lot of the noise, about 99% of the noise out of the passband, including the audio. So it does alter the audio a little bit, but it doesn't alter the bottom end or the top end, if that makes sense to you. So it may sound a little unusual to you, but it'll give you an overall idea of what it sounds like. OH6 MMC, and I like playing with this stuff, dude. It's part of the hobby for me. I do a lot of ESSB stuff and all kinds of stuff like that. So, 4 kilohertz wide and whatever. Not everybody's cup of tea, but I've been a musician since I was in my early teens, actually since I was a child. And ran a professional recording studio for about 15 years, and I've been into sound reinforcement, drums. Did a lot of work on projects, and typical basement butcher. That's what I call myself. Nothing fantastic, but I've been doing it since I was about 17, and I'm 58, so that's 40 years, something like that. So it's just part of my life, you know. OH6 MMC, sorry about the long one, K1GMM.
No problem, Steve. Kilo 1 Golf Mike, Oscar Hotel 6 Mike Charlie. Okay, good to know you got a YouTube video there, and I will certainly look that out, listen that out after a while. And now that I know it's going to the tape, so I will run all my presets.
Morning,
DX
Mervin.
audio. So this is the first, this is the second,
Good
this
afternoon,
is third,
Poland.
fourth.
How you doing, Woj Tech?
6,
Sorry if I destroyed your name.
7, 8,
Don.
9. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it's changed nothing probably. I should press the enter in the middle. I don't know. I'm not so used to this 890. Okay, but it's very interesting to listen on the recording how I'm sounding. I've been using some SDR radios to listen my own audio, and of course I'm monitoring with headsets all the time what I'm transmitting. But you know, you cannot hear your own voice it's in on some recording. Okay, thanks for that. I will check that YouTube video a little bit later. Thanks for the nice QSO, Steve, and have a good morning. Kilo 1 Golf Mike, Oscar Hotel 6 Mike Charlie.
Hey, pleasure this side, Mark. And yep, that's the way to do it. If you can listen and record it through the web SDR, that's even better, because what I found, most people don't realize this, is when you're setting up your audio, right, and you're talking into the microphone and you're monitoring your audio through something, would be a direct monitor or whatever, with a set of cans on, your voice box will actually rattle the bones in your skull. And you know how if you put your fingers in your ears and you completely close your ears down and you say something, well, that's altering your perception of what the audio actually is. Most people don't realize that. So you have to listen through something else. So yeah, you're on the right track, dude. Just to let you know, it's very clear, absolutely crystal clear, which is great. That's what you want. It's not overmodulated. It's not, you're not pushing the processing too hard or anything. You'll see it. All right, Mark, we'll see you later. Have a great day. And thanks again, man. Thanks for picking me up. K1GMM. We'll see you.
Yeah, so Steve, yeah, that's actually what I'm been trying to have. A good DX audio. So, but I don't know how you know this 890 can, but there's the DX and RX equalizer can almost make the sound whatever you like. So it's quite good. How to say? Change the highs and lows and middle and whatever. So, okay, but yeah, that's the thing what I was meant because. Even though I'm monitoring with my headphones, my audio goes direct from mouth to my ears, so
sharp QSB.
Cannot hear the real audio. So it's good to use some recording. So I certainly will look that up a little bit later. Thanks for that. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Oscar Hotel 6 Mike Charlie 73.
Okay, thank you, Mark. 7-3. Have a great day. K1GMM.
Spread has dropped in it slightly. So the SWR moved a bit down the band here. I got excellent SWR now here, and it's pretty high on the CW part, and same kind of situation on 20 and 17. So I do have to look after that, get everything fixed again when the weather is a bit better than it is at the moment. It's very cold. It starts to cool down here. We just got 6 or 7 degrees C here today. It had been raining a lot, heavy rain. So much water, but we don't get really serious freezing, I think. So over to you, Walt, and thanks very much for the different single reports from you. For SWR testing, I reduced the power and forgot to turn it up again. And
yeah, let me comment on a couple things. What did I see? Musician, that explains it all. That explains the level of dementia, dude, that I have. Terrifying. Musicians, I'm just telling you, any musician who doesn't understand how big of a bunch of freaks we are is not a true musician. Same with photographers. You know how there's a lot of photographers, a lot of musicians in the hobby. Freaks. We're all freaks. Let's see. Don, N5SKT. Yeah, good on 2 meters. I wish there was 2 meter activity here. I do pop it on. I've got a 3-element quad jacked into it, and there's never anything. I've thrown out calls. I've got a 200 watt brick here that I throw on it that works all modes on 2 meters, and I snort a little bit of fire, 150, 180 watts, and nobody ever comes back to me. I shouldn't say that. There's some local guys here in the state, but this is on 2 meter sideband. It's all, knife edge and refraction. There's no propagation here, man. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. And plus I'm in a deep hole, so it's not even practical running that band here. I played that game and it's a dead zone. It's a living death, which is unfortunate because it's neat having 2 meters in the sun. I just wish there was some activity around. Yeah, right. What a bunch of neurotic pieces of work we are, man. OCD rampant in the musician realm. Watch some of the documentaries, videos and stuff on musicians. Yeah, no, there's nothing normal about a musician for the most part. There's some, well-balanced individuals probably, but all you got to do is put out an ad looking for musicians and see who shows up at your door. Yeah, that's an eye-opener right there, folks. Been there, done that more times than I can count, and it took me a while to figure out how to screen those butt-tards. Holy crap. Scary. Won't even let them in the house. Hey, W5SLG. Hey, good morning. All right. So I'm going to find a spot. I'm going to call CQ. So let's come in down here. I am actually going to piss some people off. So I'm going to stretch out to 4K and see if anybody comes in with an SDR. I haven't done this before, so let's give this a shot. We were at 358 is the frequency in use. Bring the power up. I'm running about 250, 300 right now, so let's... Is the frequency in use, K1 GMM. I am not OCD with my audio. I just set the, I don't even touch it anymore, dude. I touch it. The only reason I touch the audio is for when I change bandwidths, because I run a different audio profile on like a 3 kilohertz DX, right? So Actually, because I'm at 4K, I'm going to bring the exciter up on the bottom end a little bit so I can get some major bada boom going. So yeah, that's the only thing I touch. Basically one knob, actually two knobs. Roll the parametric EQ back on the bottom end on the preamp, and I roll the exciter back, or I turn it up. That's it. That's all I ever touch, man. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, pretty funny, man. People think I'm constantly tweaking. I haven't tweaked this friggin' rack and, oh my God, long time. Let's check again. Is the frequency in use? K1 GMM. This is Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. CQ. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Hello, CQ. Hello, 15 meters. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. CQ and listening. CQ. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Calling CQ. Hello, CQ. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. CQ and listening. I really need to set the auto call up because this is a pain in the butt. I have it, but... Hello, CQ. Hello, CQ. CQ 15 meters. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Calling CQ. Hello, CQ. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. CQ and listening. CQ 15. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Calling CQ. Hello, CQ. Hello, CQ. 15 meters. Any stations anywhere, stateside or Europe. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. State of Vermont listening. See, like a little tiny signal in there, but I ain't going to copy that. CQ 15. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Calling CQ. Hello, CQ. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. CQ and listening. And as usual, I got somebody coming back at the noise floor. I don't know why this happened.
Kilo Hotel from the mobile station.
Okay, I got a uniform Kilo Hotel. I just happened to look up at the pan adapter. I had it all locked down and open it up, and there you are. Sounds like UK, Uniform Kilo Hotel, and I have a feeling I know who this is. Go ahead. This is Kilo 1 Golf Mike, Steve, Vermont. Over.
Yes, okay, thank you for bringing me in. The name is Chris, 2SO0 Uniform Kilo Hotel, and I'm just playing with a hamstick. I'm out mobile in my car. Back to you.
Oh, very good. Very good there, Chris. And good to hear. Geez, we haven't worked before. So, yeah, thanks for making the call and thanks for your patience. 2E0 UKH, Kilo 1 Golf Mike. And I think you're about probably about I'll give you a 5 and 3. 5 and 3. And I don't know if you're going to log it, but good signal out of the mobile on a ham stick. Yeah, how much power are you running right now? Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, I'm running 50 watts, and I'm just testing my ham stick. It's a Pro AM whip, just like a ham stick, and running 50 watts on the Icon 7100, 2E0 UKH, back to you.
Okay, Chris, very good. What's my signal over there? Over?
Yeah, it's a good 5 and 7 into the mobile.
Okay.
I am sitting up on a high spot, and It's all flat everywhere I go, all around here. It's only 175 metres, but it's a high point for the area. That's it.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Height is might, right? I had, when I've been portable, I usually check the bands here on the station, and I've got some big antennas up, not for this band, but it seems to have more teeth than ears. But the other antennas are rather large. They're all multi-element full wave loops for 2040, except for 80. Currently, I'm on a single element for 80, but it is a full wave. And I'll head out. Signals may be an S5 here, right? And I'll start heading up the mountain to go portable. And I get up, go up around 2,200 feet. Good Lord, dude, there's 20 dB of attenuation down in this valley, even on those antennas. And I'm talking like, it'll come up like 15 to 20 dB just on a 6.5 foot whip on the back of the truck with a loading coil. That's how difference the height makes. More times than I can count. So anybody who says, oh, it doesn't matter, bull crap, it doesn't matter. It does matter. Go ahead.
Yes, it makes a lot of difference. I mean, I come up here and I go on 10 metres, use 10 metres a lot, and I get a lot of FM signal into America. So I thought today I'll do something new. I know the SSI is so high, so I thought I'd put it on.
Yeah, north. I'm not pointed anywhere. This is a custom built mini doublet. One of a kind. Yeah, very good there. I'll let you go there, Chris. Keep at it. Have some fun up there. I really miss the portable operation, so maybe I can get out there. Once the weather, I'm not doing it when it's cold. It's not too bad over here right now, but it's cold enough. I don't, that dog won't hunt anymore. It's pretty ugly right now. So say 7-3, thanks for making the call. And go ahead and find a place. Probably, I can tell you that this antenna has more teeth than ears. I don't know why. So I'm looking. I really like the antenna I'm on. It's amazing. Usually I can work anybody I hear barefoot on 100 watts on this antenna, on 17, 15, 12, and 10. It's a cracker jack, but it doesn't hear worth a crap, I don't think. So I have a feeling your signal most likely is stronger than what I'm actually hearing, what I'm seeing. Anyways, 2E0 UKH. We'll catch you later, Chris. Go ahead and tie it up, and I'm going to see if I can pick up a few more. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. All the best, buddy.
Yes, okay, thanks for a fantastic contact. I didn't even know if this aerial was working, really, not really used it much. As a keeper, I'm not going to sell that one. 73. And have some cheers.
It's a very odd ball. Yeah, cheers. Cheers, Chris. QRZDX, this is Kilo 1 Golf Mike, looking towards Europe. CQ. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Calling CQ. Hello, CQ15. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. CQ and listening. CQ 15 meters, CQ 15, Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike, calling CQ. Hello, CQ. Kilo 1 Golf Mike, CQ and listening.
Kilo 6, Uniform Sierra Yankee.
Kilo 6, Uniform Sierra Yankee. Hey, Chuck, Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Give your report on the next go. How's it going?
Hey, Steve. Good to hear you out there for a change. This is Chuck. Pretty decent signal. You're about a S1 into California, over.
Yeah, you're about an S4, but you'd be an S0 on the ICOM. That's how it would translate. The meter is not accurate down low on the sun, but I hear you. No problem. All right, man. Thanks for the call. 7-3. I'm gonna see if I can pick up some more here. If it was if you were louder, I'd sit here and chat. But this is the way things are gonna go this morning. 7-3 KK6 USY K1 GMM over.
Actually, you're S5 here, S5 over. Have a good day.
You too. 7-3, bud.
Kilo 1 Golf Mike WB4 JPT.
KW WB4. Hold on, I got a cluster here. WB4, I think it's Kilo Bravo Tango. You can verify on the go. Name is Steve up here in Southwest Vermont. WB4 KBT K1 GMM. Good morning.
Good morning. That's Willie Baker 4, Juliet Papa Tango. Juliet Papa Tango. And name here is David. We're in East Tennessee, foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains.
Hey, nice. Thanks for the correction. Whiskey Bravo 4, Juliet Papa Tango. I'll give you a report on the next go. I was making the correction. And Tennessee, how you doing down there? Is it cooled off quite a bit? It's cool here. Don't ask me what the temperature is. All I know is it's a ways below freezing. Everything's frozen like a solid block of concrete with no snow. Go ahead.
It's pretty cool here. It's right at freezing, right at 32 degrees. Temperature in Tennessee's up and down and all over the place. You know how that goes. We had some 0-degree temperatures. Now we're back up with highs in the 50s. That's just how it goes here. You're varying between about 5'7" and 5'9" here. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's about where you're at there. Bill, and the name is Steve. I don't know if I gave you my name. Sierra Tango Echo Victor Echo. I sit right between Manchester and Rutland, Vermont, on the west side, kind of third of the way up the state here. Good signal. I just kicked all the noise reduction back in, so I don't have to deal with anything weak with you. Thank you very much for the call, Bill. I'm going to see if I can pick up some more here before things get a little shifty, which they usually do. What time is it? Yeah, 10:30. I've probably got a half hour, and things are going to really start getting weird. Seems like it does that, at least to Europe. Here stateside, it usually gets better. But see if I can work a little bit more over in Europe. WB4 JPT. You take care down there. 7-3. I'll let you tie it up. K1 GMM. Go ahead.
73 to you, Steve. Real nice talking to you. Was looking towards Europe too, but you were just such a good signal. I couldn't pass you up. You have a good one, and call me if you hear me on again. 73 is K1 GMM WB4 JPT 73.
Yeah, don't be shy. Same for you. If you hear me in here, don't think because we've worked before that you shouldn't make a call. I don't operate like that. So anytime, dude, if I hear you in there, even if it's a quick hello, no problem. Catch you later. This is Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Looking anywhere, any stations anywhere. K1 GMM Vermont, QRZ. CQ15, Kilo 1 Golf Mike, Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Calling CQ, hello CQ. CQ 15 meters, any stations anywhere. Kilo 1 Golf Mike, CQ and listening. CQ, Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Calling CQ. Hello, CQ 15. Kilo 1 Golf Mike, CQ. CQ, 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 CQ. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. CQ and listening. CQ, 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 CQ. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. CQ and listening. CQ, 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 CQ. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. CQ and listening. Crack things open a little bit. CQ, CQ. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. CQ 15. CQ 15 meters. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike. CQ and listening. CQ 15, Kilo 1, Golf Mike Mike, CQ. CQ 15, Kilo 1, Golf Mike Mike, CQ. CQ 15, Kilo 1, Golf Mike Mike, CQ.
Kilo Delta 9, Romeo Echo Alpha.
Kilo, I think it's a Kilo Delta 9, Romeo Echo Alpha. Confirm on the next go. Name is Steve, Southwest Vermont. I'll give you a report too. Kilo 1 Golf Mike Mike, over. Kilo Delta 9.
Kilo Delta 9, Romeo Echo Alpha. The name here is Dean, Delta Echo Alpha November, and you're about 5'5" here in Chicago, Illinois. 5'5" in Chicago.
Gotcha, Dean. Very good. You're about a 5 and 6. 5 and 6 into state of Vermont. So very good from Chicago. Running here about 400 watts on a custom-built mini doublet. Covers 17, 15, 12, and 10, and the rig is an SDR2DX if it matters. What are you running there? Are you home on the home station? And what's your working conditions? Quick, over. I did hear somebody else in there, so I want to pick up a few more calls there, Dean, but thank you. KD9REA, K1 GMM, over.
Okay, my rig is a Yaesu FT991 Alpha, and I'm just barefoot, just 100 watts. I have a vertical antenna, which is really made for an 11-meter band, but it works very well on 15. It's the Antron A99 antenna, just 100 watts.
Oh, that's funny, dude. I started chuckling when you said that because I have a friend in Scotland that has run 2 A99s phased on 17 meters, and you ought to see what he did with that thing. Grab another one, dude, and phase those puppies. Unbelievable. Basically, it's a half square. But on 17, obviously it's working on 15, but there's really sharp QSB. There, you fell below an S5 on that last go, but it's just 100 watts. But wow, dude. He sent me the where he got to on that antenna in like I think it was a 24-hour period. It would absolutely shock you to the core on those 2 A99s phased together. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. No, I've had pretty good results with this antenna. It doesn't have a large footprint like some of the beams with elements, but it's enough to get me out there and to make the contacts, and that's the important thing. Over.
No, it is not, Chuck. Oh, yeah. Yeah, gotcha. Looks like I am pushing a live stream here, and it looks like signals are fading to Europe. And I had a feeling by 11 o'clock things get squirrely on 15, I noticed here. So let me cut you loose. I'll see if I can maybe pick up somebody, maybe a couple more in Europe, and then I'm going to close down. But thank you very much, Dean, for the call. Good 991A. Great little radio, dude. Plus, it's an all-band, all-mode, which is a major score there. I know a couple guys that have them. They really like them. KD9REA, we'll catch you soon, man. Thanks for making the call. And this is Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Go ahead and tie it off.
Okay, Steve, pleasure to meet your acquaintance for the first time here on 15, and hope to talk with you on some of the other bands as well. Have yourself a great day. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. This is Kilo Delta 9, Romeo Echo Alpha, saying 73 for now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Peaking 5.8, trying to bump 5.9 on the last go. QRZ, there was another station in there. Go ahead.
Florida 6 Golf Bravo Papa.
Okay, Florida 6 Golf Bravo Papa. I think that is. Jack, I'm not sure. I'll give you a report on the next go. Thanks for the call. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Name is Steve, up here in Vermont, Northeast U.S. Over.
Okay, QSS, thank you very much, my friend. Thank you very much for the call, my friend. Good morning. I am copying a dollar, a kilo Delta, and I'm doing my friend. Okay, Kilo 1 Golf, Mexico, Florida 6 Golf Bravo Papa. You are 57, 5 and 3 and 57 years old, and my name is Jacques, Juliet, Alpha, Charlie, Kilo 1. Jacques is the name. Continuation, Centre France. Are you copy, my friend? Kilo 1 Golf, Mexico, Florida 6, Golf Bravo Papa. Go ahead, my friend.
Okay, F6GBP. K1 GMM, all copied there. Jack, you're about a 55, 5 and 5, coming into Vermont with a little bit of QSB. Band is starting to go squirrely on us. But yeah, thank you very much for the call. And you have yourself a great day. I'm going to keep things moving along, see if I can pick up a few more. But I appreciate it there, Jack, and thanks for your patience. F6GBP. You have a great week coming up, and hopefully catch you again when I got a really strong copy on you. But no problem on this current copy. K1 GMM, over.
Okay, good. Please give me your name, right?
What was that? What was the question? Go ahead.
Please your name, right?
Oh, okay. My name is Steve. Steve, Sierra, Tango, Echo, Victor, Echo. Over.
Okay, Steve. No problem for copy. I am 200 watt on today. Hotel, Bravo 9, Charlie Victor, HB9 TV. Thank you very much for the question, Steve. Good luck and next for you, my friend. And Happy New Year for you. Good luck. QSY for me, 5 kilo. Excuse me, this. Good luck and MANIAC.
Thank you. Thank you, Jack. You too. 7-3. Happy New Year. Hope it's a great one for you. Wish you a lot of success playing radio or whatever else you're doing. It's a prosperous and happy one for you. And all the best to the family. F6GBP, Kilo 1 Golf Mike.
Thank you very much.
7-3 is Kilo 1 Golf Mike. QRZ. Come on, Lisa. Stop stomping on the freaking floor. Jeez. CQ15, Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. QRZ. CQ15 meters, any stations anywhere, stateside Europe, whatever. This is Kilo 1 Golf Mike. K1GMM, Southwest Vermont, listening. Gunter. Uncle Gunter. What is going on, Captain? CQ15, Kilo 1, Golf Mike Mike, Kilo 1, Golf Mike Mike, CQ, any stations anywhere, Kilo 1, Golf Mike Mike, CQ and listening. Going to take one more poke. CQ, Kilo 1, Golf Mike Mike, CQ. 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 CQ, Kilo 1, Golf Mike Mike, CQ.
Italy, November 3.
Italy, November 3. Go ahead. Good afternoon.
Okay, Italy, November 3. Hotel Uniform Yankee.
Okay, Italy, November 3, Hotel Uniform Yankee. Thanks for the new contact. The handle is Steve, Sierra, Tango, Echo, Victor, Echo. And the QTH is Vermont. And I'll give you a report on the next go, okay? Kilo 1, Golf Mike Mike, over.
Over, Roger Steve. My name is Giorgio, Golf India Oscar, Romeo, Golf India Oscar. Your report is 5x9, really report. Very good modulation and strong signal for you here in the mountain from the North Italy. Okay, Italy, November 3, Hotel Uniform Yankee, Kilo 1, Golf Mike Mike.
Okay, Italy, November 3, HUY. Wow, thanks for the very generous report. You're about a 55, 5 and 5, and about a good copy. And thank you for the comment on the modulation. Work in progress, I always say, even though I haven't touched it in a very long time. Anyways, running here, what are we doing? We're running on a Sun SDR2DX and a PW1, Icon PW1 amplifier pushing 400 watts into a custom-built mini doublet. It's like a baby ZS6 BKW. Covers 17, 15, 12, and 10 equally well across all those bands. What are you running there, Giorgio? IN3HUY, K1GMM Vermont, over.
Over. Steven, my condition is Jesu Foxtrot Tango 2000 Delta. My antenna X-bin, Drake according amplifier cable. Your compliment for your vocals. Your vocals is your microphone and equalizer for microphone is very good. Very good vocals for you. Very strong and very modulation, good comprehensibility. Okay, Italy, November 3, Hotel for Yankee, Kilo 1, Golf Mike Mike.
Okay, there, Giorgio, and correct the signal report. You popped up to a 5.7, so it's just QSB on the band. That's all it is. Yeah, the microphone is an AKG. If it matters, but you commented on it. It's an AKG P220. It's a large diaphragm studio condenser and not expensive. Now, I think I paid maybe $100 and something US for $125. But it's very good. It'll rival Oh gosh, I played with a lot of microphones in my life. It'll rival a $400 or $500 microphone. Give it a good run for its money. And a modest rack of equipment. So basically a preamp with a parametric EQ built in, 30-band EQ, graphical EQ to an Aphex 204, which is an oral exciter with optical big bottom, and a comp limiter gate, mostly limiting, not a lot of compression, and about a 2-to-1 compression ratio with a lot of limiting to see if I can get it under control. And then it flows into a unit that provides a little bit of room ambience, just a hint of room ambience. So that's it. It sounds like a lot, but it's actually very modest compared to what a lot of people run, but very powerful. IN3HUY K1GMM. Go ahead.
Roger, Steven, Roger. In this moment, 5x7, your report, 5x7. Mary QS being in your direction, my direction, propagation, come, you know, no, we know. Your vocal is very, very good. Okay, from Italy, November 3, Hotel Uniform Yankee. Thank you so much for the question. And I'm sorry, in another frequency. Okay, Kilo 1, Golf Mike from Italy, November 3, Hotel Uniform Yankee. Ciao, grazie a te.
Hey, thank you, Giorgio, for making the call. And thanks for the new contact. That's what I'm kind of doing. I really enjoy working new people. So this is great. Hopefully catch you on other bands as well. Maybe 20, 17. I'm on 17 a lot, maybe even 12 and 10. Happy New Year. Hope it's a great one for you. We'll catch you soon. IN3HUY, Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Thank you very much for the kind words. And right back at you, brother. Over.
Over, Steven. Ciao. Thank you so much for the question. Happy New Year. Ciao. Grazie a te.
Ciao, gracias. This is Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Any other calls? Any stations from Europe want to make a call? This is Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike, CQ15. CQ, Kilo 1 Golf Mike, CQ. CQ, Kilo 1 Golf Mike, CQ. CQ, Kilo 1 Golf Mike, CQ. Hey, somebody clustered me. That's very nice. CQ15, Kilo 1 Golf Mike, CQ. CQ 15 meters, Kilo 1 Golf Mike, Kilo 1 Golf Mike, CQ. CQ15, Kilo 1 Golf Mike, CQ. Fall over in my chair here. CQ, Kilo 1 Golf Mike, Kilo 1 Golf Mike, CQ. CQ 15 meters, Kilo 1 Golf Mike, Kilo 1 Golf Mike, CQ.
Delta Oscar 5, November uniform.
Delta Oscar 5, November uniform. Hey, good afternoon. Kilo 1 Golf Mike, handle is Steve, Sierra Tango Echo, Victor Echo, up here in state of Vermont. Give your report on the next go. Marcel, I think it is. Good to hear you. K1 GMM, over.
Yeah,
Roger, Steve. Roger, Steve. You report S5 by 757. A little bit QSB, but readable, good audio. And yeah, my name Marcel, and QTH near Hamburg in the northern part of Germany. QSL?
Oh, yeah, all copied there, Marcel. Yeah, you're 5 and 7 too. I'm noticing that the noise floor here at the house is fluctuating a little bit. There is some QSB on the band, but I can see the noise floor. I had to readjust the pan adapter, and it dropped. So I'm not sure if signals are dropping as well. But yeah, Whiskey X-ray this side. It's not too bad, dude. It should be a lot colder than it is. It is sub-freezing, but no snow. No snow. And working conditions quickly. I'm on an SDR2DX PW1 amplifier pushing just clipping 400 watts and a custom mini doublet, kind of like a miniature BKW 17, 15, 12, and 10 it covers. Delta Oscar 5 November uniform, Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger, Kilo Golf.
Yankee
Kilo 1 Golf Mike.
Yankee Oscar, gotcha.
Uniform. Yeah, Roger that. WXT is about 5 degrees centigrade, cloudy at the moment. Roger, I'm running 100 watts, only 100 watts to a hex beam antenna. 100 watts to a hex beam antenna. QSL?
Yeah, QSL. Well, it's doing the heavy lifting for you, for sure. You know, I used to run a hex before it got taken down in a storm. It wasn't destroyed. It only broke one spreader and screwed the hub up a little bit. But a great antenna. For the money, incredibly effective antenna. Just superb. I have old YouTube videos up, I think, from a long time ago when I was running that antenna, and it was just gangbusters, man. Thank you very much for the call, Marcel. There was, I think, a Yankee Oscar in there. I'm going to pick him up, so stand by there. And I'll put it over to you, and you can close it off. Thanks. Happy New Year, and have yourself a great rest of the week, man. And good DX, and all the best to the family. DO5 NU from Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Go ahead, Marcel.
Yeah, Roger, Steve, 100% copy now. Your signal is dropping 5.55. I wish you all the best, and 73. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you, 73. I think it was a Yankee Oscar. Go ahead.
Yankee Oscar 9, Charlie Kilo Juliet. Repeat, Yokohama, Ontario 9, Canada, Kilowatt Japan, Steve.
Okay, I think I got it right. Call is Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. And I have your call as Yankee Oscar 9 Charlie Kilo Juliet. You can confirm that on the next go, and I'll give you a report on the next go. How's that? A double whammy. Over here in the state of Vermont, Northeast United States. Go ahead.
Okay, Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Defense team. Returning Yankee Oscar 9 Charlie Kilo Juliet. Report for you 5559. 5559. Very QSB. My name is Jello Golf Echo Lima Uniform. I repeat, Jello Golf Echo Lima Uniform. QTH 600 kilometers west Bucharest after Romania. Wolf 1. I'm sorry.
Oh, nice contact.
Wolf my big Kilo.
Wow, this is a great contact on 15 for me, Gel. So very, very cool. Thanks for being patient and hanging in there. Shoot, there was something I was going to ask you, and it slipped my mind. Figures. How much power are you running, Gel, by any chance? Oh, that's what I was going to say. You're about a 55, 5 and 5 into Vermont. And yes, there is QSB, but I never lose you. So back to you quick. How much power are you running? Go ahead.
Kilo 1 1, Golf Mike, Yankee Oscar 9, Charlie Kilo Julius. Defend my work condition is transceiver icon 7800. Antenna dipole multi-band homemade antenna. This is moment 200 watts. Steve, thank you very much for contact.
Cool.
Good luck for you and for your family. 2023. Golf Kilo 1, Golf Mike, Yankee Oscar 9, Charlie Kilo Julius. 73, all the best.
Thank you, Joe. 7-3. Have a great day. Happy New Year to you and the family. I appreciate the call. QRZ, this is Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Any station stateside Europe.
Tango Florida 2, Mike Sierra November, TF2 MSN.
Okay, I think that's a Tango Fox 2, Mike Sierra November. Wow, good to hear you. Iceland. Hey, I don't think I've got Iceland on 15 meters, so I appreciate making a call. Give you a report on the next go. Handle is Steve, Sierra, Tango, Echo, Victor, Echo. I'm over here in the state of Vermont. TF2 MSN, Kilo 1 Golf Mike. How copy?
Yeah, no problem. Steve, nice signal. You are 5959 here in Iceland. Nice to work you for the first time. Nice signal from Vermont. My name is Odin. Oscar, Delta, India, November. My name is Odin, Roger.
Yeah, QSL, Odin. So I take it you are not, you get this all the time. Should I say it, Odin? I'm debating on whether I should ask you if you are, it's a three-letter word. But I'm going to leave that there. That's probably been a running joke your entire life. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, Odin is the main god in the Viking time. And my parents, they gave me the name Odin Thor, and Thor is the son of Odin. So it's a bit rare name on the ham radio world, Steve. Kilo 1 Gold Mike. This is Odin here to MSN. Go ahead.
Man, I'll tell you what, your parents had a serious sense of humor, didn't they? Go ahead.
Oh, yep. I have a younger brother, and he got the name Ayir. Which is the god of the ocean. Go ahead.
Oh, my goodness. I'm pushing a live stream here, and somebody, they asked, how's Thor and Loki? So my question is, where's Loki?
Yeah, Loki. Yeah, that's correct. Loki, Baldur, Ver, Tyr, and so on. There are a lot of the Viking gods, right?
Oh, thanks for a great laugh there. Yeah, it's good stuff. And you got a good sense of humor, because you're probably so sick and tired of it by now, but you don't sound like you are. People call me all kinds of things, and that's okay. I always say you can call me anything you want, which is really true. I've heard it all. If you look at my last name on QRZ, oh yeah, dude. People have made up all kinds of horrible nicknames for me all the way from elementary school. So did it scar me for life? Maybe. Yeah, probably did, if I'm honest with myself. I need more of a sense of humor. I'm not a very funny guy, Odin, and I don't really have a sense of humor, So it takes me a while. You'll say something to me, and I may realize it like the next day. You know what I mean? It'll click. Little thick upstairs. TF2 MSN K1 GMM Vermont.
Yeah, no problem, Steve. One press copy. Well, I can tell you, Steve, I can ask you, do you know why the first people who come to Iceland, do you know why they named their country Iceland? Go ahead.
I do not.
It's a very simple. They named the country Iceland to keep away unwanted people, Steve, Roger.
That makes perfect sense, because just based on the name, I've never really wanted to go to Iceland. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I can promise you, Steve, Iceland is a beautiful country. What you can find in Iceland, you cannot find it in any other countries in the world. You can find here earthquakes, volcanic activity, waterfalls, hot springs, and rivers. I don't know
Gary,
more,
what's
but
up, dude?
what you can find in Iceland, you cannot find it in any other country in the world. For example, we warm up our houses, we heat up our houses with a hot steam from the ground seat. So we are most greenest country in the world, go ahead.
That's funny you say that, Odin, because somebody just posted in the stream. They said Iceland is green, Greenland is icy. Go figure, right? Go ahead.
Yep. Yeah, that is correct. That is because the first people who came to Iceland came here at the winter time. They could go to Greenland in the summertime. So that is the main reason, go ahead.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah. No, I've always wanted to visit both of those countries, Greenland and Iceland. I know Iceland is the one that's very turbulent, right? You mentioned volcanoes, volcanic activity, stuff like that. And that usually creates oftentimes a very dramatic landscape. All you have to do is like look at Hawaii and stuff, right? Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. And even the country Iceland, it is dividing into two parts. I am living in the western part of Iceland, not far away from Reykjavik, 20 kilometers away from Reykjavik. And we are on the North American plate. And people living east of me, they are on Euro-Asian plate, because Iceland is always going to east and west, a few millimeters each year. So we'll be close to Greenland in a million years or so.
Well, then you'll really be able to call each other neighbor. You'll be like Vermont and New Hampshire. Geez, it makes you wonder, will any of us be here? Who knows? That's a long time, but that is fascinating. I did hear at least one or two other stations. I don't know if they're still in there. Let me drop the key and see if any of them want to work you and or me. Can you stick around just for a moment there, Odin?
Yeah, no problem. I can stand by.
Okay, is there anybody that would like to work Odin in Iceland? Tango Fox 2, Mike Sierra November, or myself, Kilo 1 Golf Mike, or both? Please come in now.
Alpha Bravo 9 Golf Kilo.
Okay, Alpha, let me get this logged, and I'll put you over to Odin. Alpha Bravo 9, I think it was Golf Kilo 1 Golf Mike, 5 and 9 Vermont, over.
Oh, you're 5-9 plus 10 with me in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Great sounding station name here is Gene Golf Echo November Echo. Roger.
Okay, Gene, very good. Yeah. Would you like to, can you hear Odin over there in Iceland? Over.
I can. I'm only got a couple hundred watts here on a TS990 with a step IR vertical, but I can hear him. Over.
Okay. Yeah. By the way, you're a 5'9", easy to me. And let me drop the key, and I'll let you, Odin, Gene over in Wisconsin is going to make a call to you. So stand by. Go ahead, Gene.
Yeah, Odin, this is Alpha Bravo 9 Golf Kilo near Green Bay, Wisconsin. How copy?
He is barely, he is in the noise, Steve. He is in the noise. I'm only copy Alpha Bravo 9, nothing more on Wisconsin, but he is absolutely in the noise, signal 2 or less. Go ahead.
Okay, Gene, did you copy that? He said you're in the noise. He got the AB2, but he can't pull anything else out. You want to try it one more time? Maybe your suffix. Maybe 3 times, very slowly. See if he can get you in the log. Go ahead.
Kilo Gene near Green Bay, Wisconsin. Odin, how copy? Over.
We doubled. Try it again, Gene. Sorry.
Yeah, thanks for your patience. This is Alpha Bravo 9 Golf Kilo AB9GK near Green Bay, Wisconsin. Odin, how copy from my house to yours in Iceland, over?
Yeah, I don't think you can't hear him, can you, Odin? No copy on Gene over there in Wisconsin?
No, absolutely nothing. He's less now. I think he's at 0-1. So, yeah, the time here in Iceland is 10:04 o'clock. We are going close to the sunset. And when we get the sunset here on the 10 meters, we get the radio blackout. But he is at 0-1, only 0-1. I'm very sorry, Steve. Go ahead.
Okay, Gene. Yeah, he can't copy you. You're maybe a 0-1 if you couldn't copy that. So I'll cut ties with you. And if Odin's going to hang around, I'll see if I can move things a little quicker, because Iceland is just one of those countries where a lot of people will want to work them. So I'll say 7-3. I'll let you tie it off, Gene, and you can clear. Great to hear you, man. Happy New Year, and thanks for jumping in. Kilo 1 Golf Mike, over.
Well, thanks for that. I've just be the second contact to Iceland in my 23 years of
Tango, stand by.
Appreciate it, and Happy New Year to you and yours as well. AB9GK clears with you, and thanks for the contact.
Hey, pleasure this side, Gene. We'll catch you again, I'm sure. Anytime, jump in and say hello. There was a call with Tango in it. Go ahead.
Italia, November 3, Radio Tango Bravo. Italia, November 3, Radio Tango Bravo. You copy?
I copy 5 and 7, 57 into Vermont. And hey, Renzo, good to hear you again. IN3RTB, Kilo 1 Golf Mike, Steve over here in Vermont. And would you like to try and work Odin? His name is Odin in Iceland. I zeroed out my log here, so hang on. I'll give you his call. His call is Tango Fox 2, Mike Sierra November. Would you like to try and work Odin in Iceland? Over.
Sorry, strong fuel back here in the moment. Sorry. Q Germany 1 Mary, yes, correct. You call strong fuel Mary in the moment in the frequency. Repeat correct, yes, correct, call. Q Germany 1 Mary, Italian NC3 Radio Tango Bravo.
Okay, it looks like you slid off frequency. You're off frequency, Renzo. I'm transmitting on 358. And the call is Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Kilo 1 Golf Mike.
Sorry, very strong here, Beckett. I'm sorry. Thank you very much. Kilo Germany 1 Mary, Italian NC3 Radio Tango Bravo. Vorrei Renzo in Trento, ma in QTS in North Italia. WE the snake, the moment, temperatura 0 degrees centigrade in the mine region, in Dolomiti region. Very good morning, 723 Kilo G1MM, IN3RTB, 723, good morning.
73 Renzo, thanks for the call. Happy New Year, and we'll catch you again soon. Appreciate it. IN3RTB, Kilo 1 Golf Mike. In the QSB, is there anybody else that would like to work either myself, K1GMM, or Iceland? Standing by.
Hotel Bravo 9 Delta Sugar Echo.
Hotel Bravo 9 ending in Echo. How you doing? Please confirm your call. Over.
Many thanks, Steve. Here is Hotel Bravo 9, Denmark, Santiago, Ecuador. QSL.
Got it. Hotel Bravo 9, Delta Sierra Echo. Very good copy. I'll give you a 5-9. I wasn't looking, but very, very strong. And Carl, good to hear you. Looks like this is a new one for me, so thank you very much for being patient and making the call. Would you like to work Odin in Iceland, Tango Fox 2, Mike Sierra November? You can give him a call. Over.
Many thanks, Steve. Many thanks. You are 5 by 7 here in center of Switzerland. Your audio is also perfect, Slim. Very good. Many thanks. Back to you.
Okay, very good. Very good. You want to stand by for a moment? Odin, do you want to give HB9DSE a call if you can hear him? Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, my antenna from North America. Hotel Bravo 9, detta Sierra Echo. Carl. Hotel Bravo 9, detta Sierra Echo. Carl, I'm going to turn my antenna a little bit. Nice to work you here on 50 meters, Carl. This is Tango, Florida 2, Mike, Sierra November, TF2 MSN. How copy, Carl? Go ahead.
Okay, I copy you. Tango, Florida 2, Mike, Sierra November. Here is Hotel Bravo 9, Delta Sugar Echo. Many thanks for my call. We have before QSO and 22, end of 22 on 10 meters. Back to you, Tango Foxtrot 2, Mike, Sierra November.
Roger, Carl, 59 plus 59 plus after turn my antenna. Thank you very much. 73, I'm going to turn it back to Steve. Hotel Bravo 9, that's Sierra Echo, TS2 MSN. 73, Carl.
Okay, you are 5 by 8 here in central Switzerland. 5 by 8.
Roger.
Oh. Okay, thank you much, Carl. Make sure I wasn't doubling. Thank you much, Carl, for jumping in. HB9DSE got you in the log. 7-3, Happy New Year. And I hope to catch you again soon, hopefully on another band somewhere. Or even in here. HB9DSE, K1GMM, Vermont, over.
I was doubling, Steve. You were doubling you and Carl.
Oh, okay. Just saying 7-3, Carl. Have a great day, and we'll catch you later. Maybe on another band. Sorry about that, Odin. HB9DSE, K1GMM, Vermont.
Carl, right now I hear that we are closing to a radio blackout. You're up and down, Carl. So before, Steve. So before lose you, Steve, look at it again. Put up next time on a new band if you still copy. Kilo 1 Gold Mike. Steve, this is Odin, TF2 MSN. Catch you later, Steve. From Iceland.
Okay, Odin. Yeah, thanks for sticking around. I still got you anywhere from a 5.5, 5.7 in sharp QSB. So, yeah, things are getting squirrely. Catch you later. Look for you again. And thanks for hanging around. This is Kilo 1 Golf Mike listening for any other calls, Europe or stateside or anywhere else. K1GMM.
Whiskey India 9, Juliet Alpha Yankee.
Whiskey India 9, Juliet Alpha Yankee, Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Hey, still morning. Good morning. Name is Steve over here in Vermont. Go ahead.
Yeah, QSL, Steve. Yeah, I follow your channel quite a bit. Watch all your videos. So it's nice to make the hookup with you for the first time, especially on 15 meters. You're sounding fantastic here into Wisconsin. Again, the name is Jay, and I think I wrote a couple of comments on your page a couple of times there, Steve. Over.
Oh, hey, Jay. Yeah, good to hear you, man. Well, thanks for the support, and I apologize for scarring you for the rest of your life. If you watch too much of that stuff, you will become severely demented with probably a severe amount of dementia setting in. Behave yourself in there. Life is all about balance, dude. I'm kidding. Anyways, yeah, you're about a 57. 5 and 7 coming in, and a couple from out there that way, Wisconsin. So I'm sure I'm not that strong to you. So yeah, very cool. Really quick, and I'm not even, this is the only thing I'm going to say. I'm not making it about me, but I'm just curious, what were the things that were of most help to you personally? Go ahead.
Basically, how to do your setup on some of your equipment. I was going through your page the one day, and I don't have any audio gear hooked to this radio. I'm running the old Bolinker 2000 FT2000 Yaesu, but I do have audio equipment hooked up to my FTDX 1200, which is sitting on top of this one. So that was the most helpful. Just some settings on some of the equipment, and just enjoy watching. I think I have more pleasure watching you work stations than I do anything else there, Steve. You got a nice setup there, and you always sound fantastic. I've heard you on the air before, but this is the first time I was able to make the hookup with you, Steve. K1GMM WI9JAY, over.
Okay, yeah, very good. Very good. You know, I don't quite understand it, Jay. You know, I started spitballing and throwing some stuff out there, figuring nobody would be interested. And then I ended up thinking to myself, well, shoot, man, I need to go to work and compile all this stuff and put it on a website where people can access it. Because I know what's being watched. You know what I mean? And there's two areas on YouTube, on the YouTube channel, that get the most activity. Only two things. Well, there's a couple other ones, but nothing. The audio, don't know why. I figured I was kind of, it was an anomaly. You know, I don't know. I just didn't think anybody was interested. And that's the honest to God truth. So that one, all the audio stuff, and magnetic loops. I don't know what it is, dude, but there's a fascination with both of those things. You know, it's crazy. Which is cool. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just a total surprise. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, you know, I got a whole rack here of stuff over here.
KBVOM. Hey, what's going
probably
on?
12 or 14 pieces of Behringer stuff, and I'm only using probably about 5 or 6 pieces out of the whole rack. I bought a brand new 2496 and a couple of years ago, and we had a power surge here, and for whatever reason, when I was using the 2496, it started popping, and people were hearing it. So I took that out of line. I tried to do a reset on it, but it didn't do anything. And then I got it to work again for a little while, and then it started popping again. So, of course, the warranty was off of it. So I've had trouble with other Behringer stuff, but I just play around with the audio stuff. And like I said, this radio, I don't have any audio gear hooked up. I just got the PR781 hooked right into the front of the radio with some processing and EQ. So, but you're 5 and 7 here as well, Steve. But yeah, that's something I've always been interested in. A friend of mine out there in Washington, Spokane Valley, KC7C. I don't know if you ever talked to Eric out there. He's kind of been my Elmer since he got started in 2014. So love to hear the audio from you guys. Just unbelievable what you know. And I started K1GMM WI9JAY, over.
Yeah, WI9JAY. There's some great people out there, isn't there, that will help. It's kind of an interesting subset in the ham radio community, you know. It's kind of cool when you think about it. There's guys that are always willing to help, you know, and because some of this stuff can be a little complicated, and it's not for everybody, right? I always say that. This stuff is not for everybody, but QSB almost took you completely out on the last one, so I'm going to move it along. Wow. It's been... time is flying by, but some great QSOs this morning. So, yeah, nice to meet you, Jay. Excuse me. Nice to meet you, and don't be a stranger. If you hear me in here, I hear you. I will give you a shout. And Happy New Year to you and yours, and hope you have a great year on the radio or whatever else you're doing there, buddy. WI9JAY, and I much appreciate your support and any feedback that you may have. Just want to make things better and, you know, do my thing. And like I always say, if one person gets whatever, if they can glean some information or I can be of help to just one person with this stuff and it actually works for them, I'm happy. So there you go. Go ahead and tie it off, man. K1GMM. Thanks a lot. Oh my gosh, he dropped right into the noise. Wow. Yeah, 737373. The band just closed between us. Completely closed. I can hear you in the background, but I'm not going to fight to pull you out of there. Way, way off in the background. 7373, Jay. We'll catch you soon. I guess I'll hang in here if there's anybody else hanging around looking for a station stateside or Europe, anywhere else. This is Kilo 1 Golf Mike, Southwest Vermont, listening.
Mike 0 Charlie November Alpha.
Okay, ending in Alpha, standby. There was a Whiskey 4. I'll move things along a little quicker if there's a few. Go ahead, Whiskey 4.
Yeah, Whiskey 4, Charlie, November Alpha, John in Asheville, North Carolina. How copy?
Hey, John. Yeah, good to hear it. Wow. Great signal. Hit me again and I'll give you an accurate report. Both of you had great signals. Name is Steve, up here about a third of the way up the state, Vermont, New York border in the state of Vermont on the west side here. W4CNA, K1GMM, over.
K1GMM, W4CNA. Yeah, you're a solid 5'9" here. 5'9", a beautiful audio here into Asheville, North Carolina. I'm located down here in the Blue Ridge Mountains there, QSL.
Nice. How far are you from Mount Pisgah?
Oh, probably about 10 miles.
Oh, man, dude, that is an awesome area. Beautiful area. I used to stomp around up there. This was a long time ago. This was back in the mid-'80s. I lived in Columbia, South Carolina for a while, and I used to take day trips and drive up, what is it, Asheville? Right there in the southwest corner, and head up onto the parkway from there. I still have a picture in an old 1973 Toyota Celica, believe it or not. Me standing next to the Mount Pisgah sign, 6,000, can't remember, it's over 6,000 feet.
Roger there, Steve. Well, I'll tell you what, that sounds like you know quite a bit about this area, because I've been up there exactly where you are talking about many, many times. I'm from this area. I'm from Hendersonville, actually. If you ever heard of that, it's a little next town over. But I lived in Brevard for 22 years, and I went up on the Parkway many, many times while I was there. Roger?
Yeah, Roger. Yeah. Awesome area. I'm not going to hold it because there's another station waiting. But I am going to say one thing, the big difference. People always say that, oh, Vermont, it's so beautiful. And I go, no, it's not. You haven't been down on the Parkway to Mount Pisgah. You don't know what beautiful is. See, the difference between Vermont and that area is that that road system runs across the tops of the mountains. There are no roads that run across the tops of the mountains here, period. There's none. And the views, oh man, dude. Every time I drove to Columbia, I would always take time either going down or coming back, and I'd drive that whole thing. Took me forever compared to ripping up the highway, but oh yeah, dude. Gorgeous. That's the difference between Vermont and down there. Plus the mountains are bigger. People don't realize that. They think the mountains are big up here. No, they're not. You can actually drive a car at over 6,000 feet on the main road down there. Crazy. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. You are right. You are absolutely right. Yeah, it's a very beautiful place. There's no doubt about it. Well, it's good to talk to you. I didn't get a signal report, but maybe you can shoot that back to me on your way out. But I'll let you pick that other station up. Sounding great down here, man. Beautiful signal, beautiful audio. Absolutely. I'm running a 7300 here with about 500 watts off of vertical antenna. We'll catch you later, Steve. Nice to meet you, and I'll put you in the book. K1GMM, W4CNA. Take care of yourself up there.
Hey, thanks for making the call, John, and thanks for the comments. Much appreciated. Work in progress, I always say. And you were peaking 10 over at one point. So give yourself a 9 plus 10. Just blasting. I had to turn it down at one point because you came up so loud. So 7-3. Happy New Year. And anytime, we'll catch you again. And if the other station is still in there, please go ahead. This Kilo 1 Golf Mike, Steve, Vermont.
Zero Alpha, India Alpha. Mike, Zero Alpha, India Alpha, over.
Oh, there's a nice Mike Zero. I've got to learn how to type. Was it Alpha India or Echo India Alpha? Please confirm your suffix. Good signal, by the way. Over here, Southwest Vermont. Kilo 1 Golf Mike, over.
Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Lovely call. Mike 0 Alpha, India Alpha, India, America. Name is Paul. My name's Paul. And QTH is between Leeds and Manchester. QSL?
Ah, very good. Yeah, hey, Paul. Looks like we've worked this band before. So, yeah, good to hear you. Hope you had a great New Year's. And it's starting out pretty good for you. You're about a 57 coming in, which is really good, considering station stateside here are about a 5.7. Some of them. So I'm not sure if you're the one that called before, but I heard you equal with John there. So, yeah, what's going on? What are you running for power, and what's your antenna? And give me the rundown. Go ahead.
Yeah, no problem, Steve. There's a little story there. I'm a born messer, Steve, but because it's winter, I can't play with the antennas outside, so I've been playing with the radios inside and swapping and chucking. So I'm using my base station antenna, which is a 4-element monoband Yagi. She's at 30 feet in your direction, roughly. And the transceiver I've slotted in line today is my little mobile transceiver. I have a lift-in, lift-out box, self-contained, with a ICOM IC706 Mark IIG, IC706. Running around about 70-80 watts. The battery's not been charged since September, and it's not going right over on the power here, Steve. So that's the story here. So we're running on battery power, little 706, the 4-element base station antenna, over.
Yeah, QSL. That 706, is that a Mark IIG, one of the Mark series, or is it the straight 706? Go ahead.
Yeah, it's the Mark IIG, the latest one, over.
Yeah, great radio, dude. Almost bought one of those, and I bought an ICOM 7000 instead, and I should have bought the Mark IIG. I did not like the display on the too cluttered, too tight, too compact, too cluttered, very difficult to read when you're mobile. The 706 Mark IIG was, with a green background, the LCD display with the black VFO numbers and all the stuff on it against the green was very easy to read, especially in bright sunlight. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Why didn't they make more radios with this type of display? It's wonderful, isn't it? I've a Flex 6600, the little IC705, the modern one. And then I've plugged this in line, and the display is just fantastic, isn't it? There's never been a scenario where I've not been able to read the display, Steve. It's really good. And I did similar to what you did, but I backed it out, or reverted. That was in my IT trade here when we go back to the previous configuration back out. I had a 706, I think the original 706, moved that on, bought the 7000, like you, wasn't happy with it, eventually moved that on. And then the day I moved that on, I went straight to our local emporium here and bought the IC706 Mark IIG. And I've had that, I can't remember how long I've had it, Steve. I've had it more years than I can care to mention. And do you know what? I had a really stupid thought last year. When I bought the 705 for backpack mobile with 2 meters on there and 77, and this has got the 2 and semi, I thought, I should sell this. I should move it on. And I never did. And I'm pleased I didn't. I just I use and abuse this radio, if that makes sense. I don't abuse it, but you know what I mean by that phrase.
It gets thrown around all over the place. It's been all over Europe with me. I've even taken it to Cyprus, and they just keep running, don't they? They're a well-proven workhorse, and I've got it on separation as well, Steve. So the radio sat next to me here at work, and the radio somewhat under the bench. K1 Golf Mike 0 Alpha, India Alpha, over.
Yeah, all copied there. And I've got 3 rigs here, and I'll tell you where I'm going with this. And it's just a statement. And you know what they say about opinions, right? They're like buttholes. Everybody's got one. They all stink like a septic tank. But I got 3 rigs, actually 4 rigs. I got an 857D that I use portable, ICOM 7300. I'm on an SDR2DX right now, and an Apache Labs 200D, right? So the ICOM, I have had this ICOM 7300. Say what you will about it. It's a barn door. The front end is a barn door. Everybody knows it. It's a dual barn door, so it's just swung wide open, right? Out of passband rejection is not very impressive on the 7300. But I can tell you that I have beat the snot out of that radio, dude. Tens of thousands of hours on that rig. I bought it when it was first released in 2016, and it's never given me a fit. It's never failed to operate. I've never had to do a hard reset. I've run that thousands and thousands and thousands of hours barefoot, set at 80% drive, pushing about 80 to 100 out, and it's never failed. I swear to God, dude, these radios are just built to beat on. Is it the greatest radio out there? No, but I don't know if ICOM has always been that durable. But I'll tell you what, this thing has been a workhorse, to put it mildly. Go ahead.
Thank you, Steve. And I totally resonate with everything you said there. I totally agree. My backup radio is actually the 7300, incidentally. But that's pretty much the same as you. It gets carried out to the summer shack, gets taken in the car, gets taken portable. It goes. I even bought the carrying handle for mine, Steve, because I literally take it all over the place. And they're just strong workhorse, are they? What I've done with mine, Steve, is I've learned to drive it slightly differently. Drive it as the manufacturer intended, and you just forget the signal meter altogether and use your brain and use your ears. You're using your brain as a signal meter, and then just drive the radio with the RF gate. Have it all wide open. Don't bother with preamps because they're a waste of time on it, aren't they? With a high gain antenna, and then just drive the front end with the RF gain knob, and give. I know the signal meter reduces, unlike perhaps your SDR there. If you wind everything back, it still gives you the true signal. I wish these ICOMs did that, but use the ears and the brain to give the signal report, and then just wind everything back on the RF, Steve, until you've got the loudest audio with the least amount of noise. QSL.
Yeah, I got a Mr. Tuner-upper there on here that doesn't know how to zero beat. Another tool. I call them ham radio tools. But not an issue because I can wipe him out in a heartbeat, but I'm too lazy. I run, so on all the radios, if you go to my QRZ page, right, and you go and poke around on my YouTube page, and I have a web page up, and I run an RX, what I call, I came up with it, not that I'm taking credit for anything, but I kind of designed it, experimented. It's an RXDAP, digital audio processing system that I run on all. I do not run any of my radios without it. I've used it on the front end of the 7300. Runs on a DAW. It's all pre-configured. The instructions are all on there. And it does two things. It acts as a cloud lifter for weak signals. So it'll take, like, I've literally taken, and I have videos on my YouTube channel, you'll see it. The native front end of the 7300, it'll take an S0 signal and make it sound like it's 20 over with absolutely no noise, strips all the noise off. And the other thing is that it's set up to brutally limit. So let's say you're listening to somebody who's 20, 30 over, right? And you have someone come in who's like an S7, S5, S7, S9. Well, it crushes the strong signal before it flows through the VST plugins, and it crushes it on the way out. And what that does is allows you to pull the weak, so the weak signals pass through, and then it uses a plugin to enhance, to recover that weak audio. And it's all free, doesn't cost a penny. So it's interesting, and yeah, the whole system is driven by the RF gain on the 7300. Yeah, that's a no-no. You never run the RF gain on a 7300 wide open. Huge mistake. Because yeah, it's I would put it on par with an Apache Labs front end. It's a barn door. It's really one of the crappiest front ends I've ever heard in my life. But it's good. It's hot, but she ain't tight. So you can work with it, and I can tell you, if you run that on the front end of the 7300, it will be every bit as good as an Apache Labs. No joke, dude. $3,000 radio. It doesn't have the bandwidth, the received bandwidth tunability, and it'll only go out to 3.6, but heck yeah, dude. It rivals that Apache and most likely beats it on receive, and the Apache is best in class with noise reduction. Apaches are monsters. I know I've got one. The thing is a monster, but yeah. Things you can, that's why in the 7300, I wanted to say, I actually never run the 7300 on the native front end. I use SDR console with an HF Plus, which brings it actually into, well, it's a true full-blown SDR, just like a Flex, a Non, Sun, whatever. I refuse to run the native front end of the 7300. Once you go SDR, very difficult to go back. Over.
Oh, yeah. I'm in that boat, definitely. Oh, dear. Well, it surprised me. Oh, by the way, that was very interesting what you just said. Because I've thrown this in today and I'm sat here working, I've got a pen and paper, no computer, because my work computer is not connected to the outside world. So I've wrote that down, Steve. I'll have a look at that later on. What I did notice with the 705, the new backpack, QRP, if you compare that against the 7300, your first thoughts is it's like the 7300 is running a preamp 1, and the 705, the new 705, isn't, or it's as if you've turned that off. It's that much different. I like the word you used. It's too hot, isn't it? It's hot on the front end, and I think that it's just understanding that and then working with that, and then like you say, you can get it sounding absolutely beautiful.
Jay. Yeah,
so
good to work,
I did notice with the 705, because when I first put it in, I thought, 705 is a little bit deaf with the big antenna in it. Then when I did a lot more studying and using both radios, I realised that actually the 7300 is too hot and the
mentally
705
unstable,
is right where it should be. And if you need a preamp for whatever reason, I tend not to use them. But if you do need one, you can use it to a positive effect. Whereas I think the 7300 switching preamp on for me. Well, you know the answer to that. So I thought I'd just share that with you because that was my experience this summer when I bought the 705.
It's right in the noise.
I haven't compared it A and B together, but I have owned the 7610, and the 705 just feels like a 7610, which isn't hot.
Wow.
The 7300 is a hot little girl, over.
That's funny. I got all of that, but there is, and my signal probably fell to you. really bad QSB. You fell right at the noise floor. Hopefully you can still copy me, Paul. So I'm going to, I may see if there's anybody else that wants to jump in, but I've been on here for quite a while, so I'll probably just pull the plug. I'll say 7-3, Happy New Year, and thanks much for making the call. Yeah, that's very interesting what you said about the 705. That it's kind of similar to the 7610, and I know the 7610 is not two 7300s. I know that. I have a friend that has a 7610. He says, nope, it is not. So that is very cool. That's a neat little radio, that 705, I'll tell you. If it's got like an improved front end on that thing and it's not like the 7300, that's a major score in my book. M0AIA, we'll catch you later there, Paul. I'll let you tie it up if you can hear me. Kilo 1 Golf, Mike. Happy New Year.
Contact.
Gotcha, contact.
Is an amazing piece of kit. I call it a mini 767. It really is. Take care, my friend. All the very best. Kilo 1 Golf, Mike, Steve, Taxi Company, Mike Zero Alpha, India Alpha 73. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year there. And Paul, and yeah, we'll catch you later. 7-3, and thanks for the call. Nice yacker, full of information too. Contact, go ahead, please. Kilo 1 Golf, Mike, Steve, Southwest Vermont.
Kilo 1 Golf, Mike. This is Whiskey India 9, Juliet Alpha Yankee on a different radio. Yeah, you kind of fell out on me before. You're 5 and 7 again, so I don't know. The band conditions are kind of goofy, but I switched radios while that happened, and you came back up there, Steve. Over.
Yeah, you're about a 5 and 8 now. I put your call. See, I'm too brain dead, dude, to figure out that I actually worked you before. I heard your call and it didn't register. But yeah, you're about a 5 and 8 now. So and actually, I like that audio better on that rig. So I don't know what that rig is, but there was an alpha. There was a call ending in alpha. You want to jump in here quick, please? K1 GMM Vermont. Oh shoot.
Put out only 20 watts. You are 5 and 7 here in Canada. What is your idea about that Anon 8000, the 500 watt version? Any experience?
Oh, hey, good morning, and I'll wow, what a loaded question. Give me your call again. I had the DAP running and it was slammed shut, and you're right off the noise floor, but I hear you fine. So give me your call again, and I do have the question. Let me make sure I get your call right. Go ahead.
Alpha 383 AAA Stanley Island. Over.
Got it, James. Okay. Or Jim. I don't really know anything about the 8000. I know the 7000s have been plagued with problems. I personally know people that have had problems. I know someone who has a brand new 7000 and it's drifting on frequency. It's drifting off frequency, I should say. As it gets warmer and warmer, it drifts worse. That ain't right. That's unacceptable. All kinds of weird issues. Not running on Protocol 2. I think they may have gotten a new firmware created for it for the 7000, so that score has been settled. At face value, the 8000 is an intriguing rig because it takes the amplifier out of the equation. Like right now, I'm pushing about 350, 400 watts. It's all I ever run. Now, I do have a 1 kilowatt PW1, which I'm running right now, but I never run, rarely, more than 400 watts. Very rare. I don't need to. If they can hear me, I'm happy. So that's a great PA built into a transceiver. That gives you the most gain for the money, right? If you think about it. The difference between 100 watts and 400 watts is 3 times the power, which gives you 10 dB. That's pretty significant. 1.5S units, right? For the money, if you want a decent solid state 600 watt amplifier, what are you going to pay for it? Couple grand, right? So from that standpoint, yeah, it's intriguing. However, I'm probably going to get hate mail for saying this, but would I buy a brand new Anon right now? Not a chance in hell would I touch an Anon right now. I have one, but it's an oldie but goodie. The problems that I'm seeing, I had someone tell me, and he's pretty sharp. He's got multiple Anons. Hold on. He has multiple Apaches. He's got multiple Flex radios. Multiple high-end superhats. He's an electronics freak. And he told me about 2 years ago, he said Apache Labs is notorious for putting sub-level components into their transceivers. It's whatever they've got. So you could have a resistor value that is not exactly to spec what is correct, and they will put it in the radio, and the radios won't function properly. He's had them apart, and he's gone in there. He's had to fix stuff. And he knows it. He says, I'll tell you. And now that, in the past 2 years, that has actually gotten worse. So that's probably the reason why you're seeing all the problems they're having. Do I know that for an absolute fact? No. But when you connect the dots, you can pretty much make a good judgment call. VA3 AAA, Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Hope that answers your question and it's not too disturbing. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, not at all. What is your QTH? And I can turn the antenna a little bit over.
Okay, my QTH is in Vermont. I'm in Vermont. Go ahead.
Vermont, so I need to phone Pure East. I'm going to turn a little bit because I can do that while I am transmitting. Yeah, I'm just... Another question I have, what software are you running over?
Okay, you're talking about on the Anon, correct?
Yeah, Roger.
Okay, I'll give you a rundown. Now, keep in mind, this is a 200D. This thing is, good Lord, dude, 7 years old probably now. But I've been told to not even look at a new 7000 because I won't notice any difference. And I do believe that. The 200 is awesome. Awesome radio. Very bright, very brittle front end. Incredibly brittle. So brittle that I cannot use it when there's horrific static crashing. Split your freaking head like a friggin' railroad spike to the temple. So I'm always on the sun when the band is very noisy. Great front end, super hot, nitromethane rocket fuel hot. But yeah, pretty bright, pretty brittle. So the software I run is Thetis. I'm looking forward to running the newest Thetis. So what I'm currently running, I think it's 2811. I'm still on the previous version of 2811. So I'm looking to update. I know Richie had posted an update on the newest, on a brand new updated Thetis. But then he took it down, so I don't know if it's back up there again. So Thetis, you've got two protocols. You can run Protocol 1, Protocol 2. Protocol 2, the only difference really is it gives you more bandwidth on the scope. And it puts it into a higher speed, capable of higher speed. So you can get, if you're running on a gigabit LAN, it will pass more data quicker. The pipe is bigger. It's a faster expressway. So Protocol 2 is really where you want to run it. I ran for almost 2 years, probably about 2 years on Protocol 1 on MRXPS. Never had an issue. Well, I shouldn't say that. The Anons are quirky, dude. They're a freak show. If you're a tweaker, you'll love an Anon because I can guarantee you every time you light it up, you'll have to be in there farting with it. It's just the way they are. There's no ifs, ands, or there's no way around it. They are a tweaker's radio. They are not an appliance operator's radio. They're powerful. There's nothing like them on the planet. There isn't. But with that comes an element of quirk. With with a few different things. Yeah, Thetis is great. Works really well. You can also run it on Protocol 1 MRXPS, which is excellent. I have run it on SDR console before, which was superb, but you don't have pure signal, and for some reason console doesn't work that well with handling the TX audio, because the TX audio is processed in the software. It is not processed in the radio at all, right? So console, the TX audio, you can't really get it the way you can get it in Thetis. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, no, yeah, that is partly answering my question. By the way, what is your name, over?
Oh, my name is Steve. Sierra Tango Echo Victor Echo Kilo 1 Golf Mike.
Yeah, Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Let me write that down. Steve, yeah, excellent. Now, yeah, you are answering lots of questions. Yeah, I was intrigued. I have, at the moment here, I'm using an Icon 7600, and I'm a typical low power fella, but sometimes I miss out when there is rare DX and I entered in the middle of the field. Then with 20 or with 50 watts, I can shake it. I have good antennas here, but that's another story. And I don't want to keep you up too long, Steve. But yeah, thank you for answering the questions. And I'm still intrigued by the price from that combination, because indeed you have the amp built in, and now you are preventing then, of course, when you have everything in one box. Preventing cabling and adjustments and so on. I assume that must be function okay. And then, if it keeps working, that's another question. But that is kind of a gamble you take with any and all radio, Steve, over.
Oh, yeah. It is. My best advice would be to, if you can afford to wait, if you can be patient, wait a little bit until a few of them start hitting the market. People get their hands on them and kind of pay attention to the boards and see if there's any issues with them. Usually the issues aren't catastrophic. However, a couple of them I've seen are, but that's not with the 8000. But the 8000 is new. Keep that in mind. My advice would be not be a beta tester. Unless you want to be, right? I don't like it when companies beta test their products on me. That really chaps my ass, because these things aren't cheap. But, right, you look at an 8000, and so you're getting in a non-transceiver, and you're getting an amplifier all in one box. I'm telling you, you ain't going to touch a decent amplifier for under $2,400, $2,500 right now. You know, well, shoot. And like I said, the amount of gain for the dollar that you get with a PA like that is huge. It's great. So yeah, I know I'm intrigued by it too. I like that idea. That is really cool, man. Get rid of this stupid amplifier. You know, I don't need this thing. I never run a kilowatt on any band. And I never have an issue, but I've got big antennas, but, plus on top of that, we're coming in, what's the SFI? It's up around 200. Probably the bands are only going to get better, which means you won't even need the power. I made more contacts on 100 watts in the past, several weeks, couple months probably, on the shorter wavelengths. Normally, I don't even run power unless I'm calling CQ. Pretty much everybody I hear I can work on 100 watts. Go ahead.
Yeah, and after 7 years, but once again, it is just now, I have a super transceive here, or receive, Steve. I'm on the island, I'm not on the grid, so no man-made noise here. I've never had any noise. If I have more than one S-unit noise from 20, I don't play radio. And I quite often establish very nice contacts, say into Australia, Japan, and what have you. It is just 50 watts. But at the rare stations, I hear, and then they don't hear me.
I got to go crack the whip on the wife because she's stomping on the floor, and it's really pissing me off.
Then I'm lacking power. So that is why I was looking at that concept. And it intrigues me as well, the whole concept, how it works, and what you can do and tweak indeed, Steve. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah. It does come in handy. You know what I always say? James, is you're better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. That is so cliche, but it is 100% true. Go ahead.
Yeah. And I use my middle name, Stanley. Stanley
from
Stanley Island. I'm blessed with two
Stanley.
different names, Steve. James Stanley, and I use Stanley. I paid an awful lot of attention to antennas. I have two OP beams and a 42-meter tower. My highest antenna is at 138 feet. So seen in that light, I am relatively okay. And once again, I can hear a flight part in the desert. But sometimes it is difficult, this low power to work them. And seen in the light what you were mentioning, price-wise, it is a neat concept, over.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah. Well, you've got some money. Money's not an issue for you because you've got substantial investment in antennas and towers. So, you know, what's the worst that can happen? You get it, the thing's friggin' farted and it's foobarred, and you can always send it down to Doug. He'll fix it down in Arkansas. He's the tech guy, repair guy for Apache. And I can tell you he's superb. Right when I bought the 200 used, the DC to DC converter failed. I went down to him, had him install a server fan because the 200s are notorious for having cooling issues. Very, very poor fan design on those rigs and the way the air flows through the boards. And so he put a server fan in it. And of course, about 2 weeks after I got it back, the header went on where the fan plugs into the board. So I just bypassed it. Common problem with the 200s. I'm telling you, dude, they're quirky. Just get ready. They are not a turn on. You do not power them up, sit down, grab the microphone, and start operating. In Apache Labs, hell no. I don't care what anybody says. They are not like that. So it just depends on how much hell do you want to put yourself through. I use mine, to be honest with you. The only reason mine is ever turned on is for noise issues, because it's got diversity noise canceling capability, and there's nothing like that on the planet aside from an RSP Duo, which I have as well, which is every bit as good, if not better, than the Apache for a diversity reception, noise canceling reception. Works amazing. Not as good of a front end, but better. I don't know if it's the algorithm or what it is, but that Duo is no slouch. I've wiped out the Russian woodpecker with that thing, dude. And I mean completely wiped it out, which is remarkable when you think about it. Some experience with these SDRs. I'm on the Sun SDR2DX right now. Love this little radio. I love the sound of the front end. Way better than the Apache. It cannot compete with the Apache as far as it's not as hot, but the Sun has a very, how do I explain it? A very Kenwood type quality, a very warm and fuzzy tone to it compared to the Anon. That's why you will always find me on this radio unless I need, some kind of noise canceling diversity running or whatever. So that's about it. I'm going to tie it off. I'll let you tie it off, Stanley, and sorry about your name. I heard you say that right out of the gate, and I forgot. Good luck in your decision. Have fun. VA3 AAA, and I'm going to go up and have some lunch here pretty quick. Just past noon. Kilo 1 Golf Mike. Happy New Year, bud.
Yeah, okay. Excellent, Steve. And I'm going to let my thoughts. Dit is one of the ideas I was playing with, but probably I follow your suggestion, and I wait a little while because they are sending the first batches off. this month, I believe, and then in February and March, the next.
There's the madman, Harry Paul.
So maybe I wait a
What's
little
up,
tiny
Paul?
bit, and then there are a few more rounds, and then we are going to find out. But thank you for your info, and my pleasure, Steve, and keep safe, and thank you for the shout. Kilo 1, Golf Mike, Victor Alpha 3, Triple. Thank you.
Hey, no problem. I hope I didn't talk too much there, Stanley, but I wanted to throw as much at you as possible. There were definitely opinions in there, and you know what they say about opinions. My advice would be there's a ton of stuff on my YouTube channel. Look around at other people's YouTube channels. Listen to the front ends of the Anons. They are different. Really listen to it. Put on a set of cans. My channel, you can listen to the Sun. You can listen to the Apache. You can listen to SDR console with an HF Plus, which is equivalent to a Flex 5000 front end, running on the front end of the 7300. There's all kinds of stuff out there you can listen to. You'll know what I'm talking about when you hear it. When you hear it put on the cans, you'll be like, ooh, yeah, that is a little brittle. And then, if you got time, it's worth investing the time. In the meantime, you know what I mean? See if it's something you want, if it's really for you or not. I'll tell you, it is a superb transceiver. Freaking thing, I call it the Swiss Army knife of ham radio. That thing is insane what that thing can do. Really is, dude. But it comes at a cost. Comes at a cost of stability and ease of operation. Very complex, dude. The most complex HF transceiver known to man that's ever existed. Incredibly complex. Is it doable? Sure. Is it learnable? Sure. But plan on taking a few months. I'm still learning things about it on a weekly basis 2.5 years later. And yeah. We'll catch you later, dude. Have a good one, K1GMM.
Yeah, thanks. And there's always, you always two camps, huh? There's the same as stripper antennas, for example. You have 50% of the people are very happy. They have the freaking antennas for 50 years, no problems, as a matter of speaking. And the other 50% is always hiring cranes to get them down and repaired. And that's life. Okay, Steve, hey, thank you. Till the next time, my friend. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now, 7-3. Any other stations for a quick one that's listening, because I am heading out for lunch here in a few minutes. K1GMM, Kilo 1 Golf, Mike, Steve, Southwest Vermont. Stations Europe, stateside, doesn't matter. Okay, I think that's it. QRT, Kilo 1 Golf, Mike. All right, that's it for me, man. Holy crap. Well, that was a barrel of monkeys. So let me kick the mute on this guy. All right, guys, we'll see you later. Have a good day. That was sort of fun. And I forgot to log him as usual. I always forget to log. Holy mama. All right. See what the rest of the day holds. I'll let everything... Oh, look at that amplifier. She is nice and cool. I'll tell you what, that's a neat amplifier, that PW1. Good amplifier. Easy to run as long as you keep your wits about you. N2UNL, we will see you later. And, oh no, the band's crap here, Paul. Total crap. Ham like me. You have a good one too. Yeah, something I'm going to be doing a lot more of this. Pretty, nothing fantastic or really radical, but kind of fun. Boy, there was a lot of different stuff in there today, wasn't there? That Iceland was pretty neat. Somebody put me on the cluster, and I'm leaving. Classic. All right. See y'all later. God, am I hungry?